same. You have to be able to really embrace change. And as we talk about that, let's look at those successful traits of a project manager. Because having been in the industry for years, having worked with hundreds of thousands of different project managers from different industries, there are definitely those few traits that bubble to the top that I see time and time again in successful project managers. First one, as I mentioned, is communication. How well do they facilitate meetings? How clear are their emails? Are they able to take very complex information and consolidate it and capture it in a way that all of their team members and stakeholders can understand? So being a skilled communicator is very important. And honestly, that's one of those areas that you're never ever quite good enough. You can always improve in communication. Next trait of a successful project manager, organization. Being able to keep all the balls in the air, understand what's going on, why it's happening, and the impacts of that particular situation. So being able to keep it organized in a nice fashion that you're able to quickly and easily understand the impacts if something changes and something goes wrong, as it sometimes does. So being able to be organized, and again, that really comes back to that planning component that I mentioned. Having a good solid plan, keeping things organized to successfully deliver on your project. Next trait of a successful project manager is they love change. They embrace change, because when you think about it, that's what project management is. You are responsible for delivering a change. And if you're change adverse, it's going to be pretty tough for you. So you have to be able to really embrace change and say, you know what, I'm going to put the best plan in place that I can, but I'm also going to be open and flexible, as I know things are going to constantly churn, and there's going to be changes, whether it's internal or external, throughout the life of my project. So being able to be a leader in how you embrace change is greatly going to affect your team members and really keep them motivated along the lines of your project. Another trait of a successful project manager is leadership. We oftentimes think of project managers as task managers, keeping a good schedule, but there's so much more to that. I have seen projects that are great projects, nice, clearly defined objectives, strong budget, good timeline, great stakeholders, but the project manager has a bad attitude for some reason. And you know what? That project oftentimes will go south because the team members can't get aligned behind what they're doing. And I've seen the opposite. I've seen the messiest, nastiest, most horrible projects, very low budget, very tight time frame, high risk, high sensitivity, but yet you get a project manager in there who's inspirational, who motivates, who can create a vision, and it's amazing what that team can accomplish. So again, one of those traits of a successful project manager is that ability to lead and that ability to manage people, because without the people, the project's not going to get there. Another trait, last trait of a successful project manager is creative problem solving. Now, when you're a little kid and somebody hands you a pen, that pen can become a million things to you, right? It can become a weapon or a toy or a gun or a torture device for your siblings, right? It can become so many things. When we can become adults, we start to shut down, we become very uncreative, and it becomes a pen again. And so as project manager, I challenge you to really tap into that creative side and say, okay, how can we approach this? How can we deliver on our objectives the best way possible? And being creative, not only in approach from a scope perspective, but also from a cost perspective. Are there things that we can do more efficiently? Make it more cost effective for my organization. I always view the project manager as being the steward of the company's money. You need to be in there protecting every penny and making sure that what you're doing and how you're approaching your project is really going to benefit your company. And so being creative in your problem solving. Also, day to day, there's going to be things come up on your team, issues that you didn't plan for even though you had a great plan, and you need to be able to be creative with how you approach that. And again, just like leadership, creativity I find is contagious. as project manager, if you're really approaching things from a creative standpoint, it's amazing what your team can come up with as well. A key thing with project managers, again, that are successful is they know they don't know everything. They know they have to leverage people around them and skills around them. And so being open to that and really working together as a team, truly in a team environment, can make a project very successful. On behalf of Training2You, Computer Career Institute, and myself, Belinda Fremo, I wish you well on your journey and hope to see you in class.